This is Banter!
Yo. Welcome to Crypto Banter, everyone. What is happening? We are starting to see a little bit of momentum lost in the market, and we can clearly see Bitcoin is starting to break that main support that we have gotten since the beginning. Since we had the low sitting at around 29K, we have been running in this momentum, and now we are getting a first little warning sign that Bitcoin is starting to lose some sort of steam. Is this safe? Remember, we've been speaking about Bitcoin obviously relaxing for the last 2-3 days, alts going absolutely insane. What happens now? What happens to the alts if Bitcoin has a strong pullback as dominance is starting to turn around? Is it safe? And is it, to understand that nothing goes up in a straight line, where can the market be pulling back? I'm going to be giving you guys a nice little strategy today on what we have learned from the last little bull cycle. So stay tuned till the end. Let's do this. Gotta love it. Gotta love that intro song. Always gets me fired up, guys. Get out of bed. Let's go. Why? Because the last 2-3 weeks have been easy. We've been making money. And now comes to a point where a decision has to be made, which means you've got to take responsibility now. We're getting a little bit of shift and change into the market. What to do next, guys? First, let's get this off here. Guys, first thing I would love you guys to do is to hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Why? Guys, we have the most dedicated and I would say smartest community in the world. We have been through, the last 3 to 5 months have been insane. We started off in a massive bull cycle. We then went through a bit of a bear cycle together. And now we are starting to get the rewards together by starting this next bull sort of cycle, next bull pumps upward side. And we're starting to see that there are different stages in the market. We've got the downward stage, the accumulation stage, and obviously the pump off stage. And now you're starting to learn that if you understand the 3 parts of the cycle and how to trade those 3 parts of the cycle, we are basically able to get through the bad times to, this market rewards you through your patience and if you are here through the bad times and you are learning through those times and understanding how this market works, you will be paid. You will be rewarded from the market. This market rewards patience. That's exactly what it does, guys. So by hitting that like, hitting that subscribe, you're joining our community. You're joining the biggest and baddest channel. We also have the microdose channel, guys. Make sure it is in the description below because the market is starting to show some sort of quick movements. Anytime we're going to have something big in the market, I am going to be using, myself and Rune are going to be using that microdose channel for any quick updates on the market, especially like one now. And I would love to update a bit later as well. As you can see, we are sitting at home right now. The Banter team is currently fighting the 3rd wave of COVID. As you can see, Rand, guys, is in bed getting some rest. I'm wishing him well. We got a lot of the team testing today as well to just make sure that everyone is good. Random man, buddy. How you doing? How you feeling?
I feel like it's a bad flu. My bones are sore. I've got fevers. I feel like it's a really, really bad flu. But I mean, I'm upbeat and I'm happy and I'm on my laptop and I've been sitting here waiting for your show to come on, bro.
Look at that dedication, guys. Amazing. But I remember I suffered with the headaches. I suffered, a few days, 5-6 days. You'll be good, buddy. You'll be good. Keep steaming. Keep
Good
steaming.
luck, brother. Good luck.
Thank you, buddy. So as you can see, guys, we are still here no matter what. With COVID, with everything else, we are here for you guys every day. And I think let's get going. Quicker show today. We are going to still be having the later show as well today. 2 quicker shows, especially on a day like this where the markets are moving. We can have an update now, have an update a bit later, and we can explain how we're starting to trade this market. So I think let's get into it. Let's have a look what's happening with Bitcoin. So, we're starting to lose a little bit of momentum. Now, remember, we have come a very far way in the last month. We've come all the way from 29K all the way to 50K. Guys, that's huge. If we have a look percentage-wise on where this market has 70% from Bitcoin in the last month. At any point, we know nothing happens in a straight line. And we can see it very clearly from the last bull cycle that we got into, that we're always going to get these strong acceleration pumps to the upward side. And there's always at some point going to be some sort of pullback in the market. And we need to know that that's part of the game. Now, a lot of people either joined in the last 2-3 months or have joined recently as well. And we've obviously just come out of a cycle where it was a lot of choppiness and a lot of sideways movement in the market. And what this did, guys, is this now was accumulation range, which means you got 10-15% pumps to the upward side. And there are many times we are going up, we are going down, we are going up. And you can see how we basically start the sideways range. Then all of a sudden you get a breakout of the top resistance points. Let me just delete that away there, which is these previous highs. We struggled to get past 40, 42 for the last 2 months. And then we finally broke through it. And you can see how we start the next bull sort of moves upward side. Now, the difference that happens from this stage over here to where we are at now is the ranges just get bigger in the market, meaning that you are going to get 50-60% pumps off one wave, and you are going to get 10-20% corrections in the market. The only difference is with Bitcoin, understanding that the market caps are bigger, meaning that there's more money value of the coin, or what it means by that, guys, is it takes a lot to move the price. Okay, so when we get to these stages, Bitcoin is going to have a 70% pump. But then we go to something like Luna. Let's just get in there. There we go. Where you can see that with smaller market caps, you can see how the ranges are a lot bigger. Now, what I mean by that is Bitcoin made a 77% recovery from the bottom, right? Luna is still sitting right now 370% up from the bottom. So understanding that between altcoins, lower market cap coins, and Bitcoin, the ranges are a lot bigger. Okay, now this is what happens in a bull cycle or even a bear cycle when we're starting to pull back in the market, meaning that when we're really bullish, the alts are going to destroy. They are going to be doing hundreds of percents. And when there's pullbacks, they are going to be having 30-40% pullbacks because the ranges are a lot bigger. Where the difference with Bitcoin is Bitcoin will have a 70% pump, but a 10-20% correction for Bitcoin is a lot more, healthy. So just understanding the difference between the two, that we are in bull cycle right now. We have started some sort of reversal. There is a few things I would like to see Bitcoin do, which I'll go through shortly. But the main thing is when we are making this money now, guys. So what did we do when we got out of this range and Bitcoin started breaking out? Remember, we had this big daily trend that Bitcoin was in. And you can see how we had 1, 2, 3 times we hit that. And when we finally broke through, we finally got the acceleration to the upward side. Now, when we got this indication over here, we had the dominance, which I can get up over here quickly. There we go. We had the dominance start to collapse and start to make its way down. Okay, meaning that, okay, Bitcoin is now starting to get healthy. So now the market thinks to themselves, okay, now they're starting to get more comfortable to diversify back into the altcoins. Whenever this market's at a very threatening stage where they're really scared of the market, everyone goes back to Bitcoin. Meaning when it comes to dump time, when it comes to pullback time, Bitcoin is the one that holds a lot better than a lot of the altcoins. So now that we are sort of fighting this bull cycle, and the way we thought previously in the last 2-3 months needs to change, is whenever there is a pullback coming in the market or anything coming in the market, I like to fall back onto Bitcoin and Ethereum. And I'm going to explain what I'm starting to do now, learning off of the previous bull cycle, especially with all of us doing this together, is when the market starts to lose momentum, like Bitcoin is right now. What can happen to Bitcoin right now? The fact that we are breaking this momentum means we can come down and test supports, right? It means we can come back and we can come test any of these zones over here, meaning that there can be a pullback for Bitcoin to the 42K level. Percentage-wise, we can see a 9% possible pullback for Bitcoin, right? Now, when I'm looking at Bitcoin, what's the next thing do I look at? Is Bitcoin dominance. Why? Because I want to see how the alts are reacting to Bitcoin pulling back in the market. And if we look at the dominance, we are sitting right on a resistance trend now at the moment. Now, what this does for me, guys, it paints a picture for me, meaning that Bitcoin is sitting on support right now, okay? Meaning that we have just lost a bit of that sort of trend. But at any point, I think this is the daily. If the daily close today can close back into that trend, it's showing me that the bulls are still in control and the dominance will remain in this trend line over here, which we can see over here. Now, if Bitcoin loses that and Bitcoin closes below this trend today, I see the dominance now breaking that trend and all eyes are back on Bitcoin. Now, if dominance breaks to the upward side and Bitcoin breaks to the downward side, what does that mean? It means the alts are going to be the ones having the stronger pullback. Now, in a bull cycle, my whole mind changes. When we're in a bear cycle or a sideways phase, I am using the USDT, right? Why? Because I'm scared that the whole market continues to pull back. And now it's worthy of me holding and trading a stable coin because we are not just sure yet where the bottom is or if we are even bullish in the first place. So when I go to a bull cycle now, I understand that the main thing that I want to accumulate in a bull cycle is Bitcoin and Ethereum. And now I got a picture to say that Bitcoin is sitting right on the support line, which we could possibly hold today, right? We are now sitting on that zone and dominance is sitting now on a resistance level, meaning that if Bitcoin continues to fall down, that dominance is going to break, meaning that I should be now shifting back into Bitcoin and Ethereum. The goal is, and the reason being why we are doing this, guys, is because we don't want to miss a pump either. Now, if we look at volume, we've been trailing up, trailing. And, we haven't been getting massive amounts of volume. And now we're starting to form red candles, starting to get a pullback in the market, but there's no volume coming at any point just yet. Now, the fact that there's no volume means that firstly, we can hold this level because the volume is not showing that the bears are in control, or the volume is still to come. And if the volume is still to come, there can either be a decent quick pullback to this point over here, which is between the 40 and the 42 level, or it can be us holding this trend and completely shooting back up to the 50, 55 sort of level. So reason being, Rune,
I don't believe anything that happens on this market until Friday because of the options and futures closeout. So I think that anything that happens between now and Friday is actually inconsequential because it's just whales playing games to destroy each other during an options close. So I think we've got to like zoom out and forget about this week until Friday, which is I think tomorrow, right? Or the next day. What's today's Friday. Tomorrow's Friday. So up until the futures close out on Friday, we forget about everything. And we look at the trend line again on the weekend. This is all price manipulation. Everything you see here is price manipulation.
No, 100%. No, I get you. And the thing is, the reason why I'm saying this, that it's a skill to understand for anyone in the market that whenever there's a bit of fear in the market or you're starting to worry, there's nothing wrong with flipping back to Bitcoin and Ethereum, right, Rune? There's nothing wrong. We still have the main alts that you're going to keep. I'm talking long term is long term. As long as you got your entries at good points. The difference is, did you buy Luna? Let's just have a look. Did you buy Luna at $10 or did you buy it at $22? And I think that is a big. Go for it.
If you bought it at 10 and you're 26 and you're trading, good time to take profits. But I'm not convinced this market's on the way down. It could go down. It could go down. I want to talk about the downside scenario with you because I think we've got to look at it, but I don't think that it is done. Zoom out to 2018. Zoom out to 2018.
Okay, cool. There we go. So it's loading up here.
Okay, let's zoom into 2018.
The end of the 2017-2018 run.
There we go. What's to say we're not going through that second bounce now? You see, so you actually did get a higher high. Look at around, move up the top, down. No,
yeah,
more forward, more towards February, March 2018.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
No. So I'm saying, you see, you got the peak, you got a drop, and then you got another peak. So go a little bit back. Back. So
yeah,
there. What's to say we're not at that point now? Look at your chart. Look at your chart now, which is higher. You've got a higher high there, as you can see. You've got so now look at this chart. I mean, it doesn't look like it. I mean, there is the possibility that that's the case. That's what Alex Becker said on his stream. Like, there is a possibility. We don't think that's the case, but there is a possibility, right?
There is, but the obvious difference and the biggest thing that I was saying then is this not a blow off top. This was you know what I mean, a sideways accumulation. This wasn't, you know, looking at that, they look a bit similar, but obviously the difference here is, you know, this was straight acceleration. This never stopped. We never huddled for or went sideways for a month. You know, we can see clearly that when we rallied to this zone over here, when we hit that whale sold. Okay, majority of the position is out. Now they pull back. Where we never had that euphoric where it just runs absolutely insane for 1 month and Bitcoin does a good couple 100% in a matter of weeks, in a matter of months. We never got that. So where we at, right? You know, it's a scary point on where we're thinking at, you know, looking at that. The only thing is, you know, we have a bit of a difference in pattern. As long as we hold the 200-day moving average, I've said it, you know, off of 200-day moving average, if we hold this line off of data, previous data, as long as we hold the 200 moving average, you could see what comes after that. And we're at that point again where we've broken through. We're now coming and testing at certain points, but we are still holding that at any point. The only thing is, and this is what I'm saying with this rant, I'm very bullish on the market. I'm 100% bullish on the market. The problem is some people will panic out and go into the USDT, where my biggest thing is if you want to take some sort of profits on your coin because you've made 60, 70, 80%, and you got some in your hodl, but you want to obviously, you know, I would be turning that into Bitcoin and or Ethereum, and I'll show you why Ethereum. I'm very bullish on Ethereum because if you by doing that,
before we look at Ethereum, let's look at the 200-day moving average because that's another critical level.
Yes.
For some people, I know you're not a moving average trader, but for some people, they do look at the 200-day moving average.
Yes. Yes. And we can see over here. So the 200-day moving average is at 46. I've been putting all out on Twitter that 46 is support. I don't want to lose 46. Otherwise, it's 42.
Look, guys, follow us on Twitter. Follow Sheldon on Twitter at Sheldon_sniper. Follow me on Twitter at CryptoManRan. Because while I'm in bed, that's where I'm going to be doing the updates. Obviously, I'm not going to do a show today. Sheldon's going to do the second show too. I may jump on, but I'm not going to do a full show. I'm in no condition to do that. But Twitter is going to be updated all day long.
Yeah, and that's where whenever we go live on microdoses, any of those guys. So what I'm saying by this, Rand, reason being is because there's no volume backing this move at the moment, is something like this. Do you see what happened in this zone over here when we were trailing down? No volume. Do you see how all of a sudden we get a bounce? Now, the problem is a lot of guys are saying, should we take profits? Should we take profits? And at any point, we're not to anyone to stop anyone from taking profits. The only thing is, what I would be doing is obviously getting the profits into Bitcoin and Ethereum, because when the bounce comes, it's going to be a big, violent bounce, and you don't want to be out of the market because then where do you buy? If Bitcoin makes its way down here and all of a sudden bounces, you know, you've wasted the whole opportunity and you're buying up high again. So why I'm getting back in is it's easy for me. I know if Bitcoin makes its way down now, dominance is in Bitcoin's favor. And if Bitcoin bounces, I know dominance is still in Bitcoin's favor until Bitcoin breaks trend. Because then they're going to say, okay, cool, now Bitcoin's back on track. Now we can go back into the alts. And there's nothing wrong with me then that I've got the Bitcoin bounce. I'm back in the profit. Now I can take my Bitcoin and diversify back into the alts. It's just about understanding the difference of getting in or out of the market and how to do it. So with a lot of the coins like Luna and them, I've taken some profits and I put into Bitcoin. With this, I will get back, no problem, win the thing. But, you know, I just don't want to miss the bounce by going into USDT. And I think it's just a key lesson to cover on everyone today. So looking at Bitcoin and why I want to show I'm still massively, obviously the alts are still big for me. Looking at this, we have now broken resistance. Cool. Okay, now there's going to be some sort of pullback. Now, if I go back, we know that the daily checks that we need to be looking at. We got the Bitcoin. I then obviously want to see how Bitcoin is reacting to Ethereum. I definitely want to see how that's going. Stock market broke all-time highs. Crypto market cap is still looking good. If I have a look at the total over here, let's see here quickly. We're just under the 2 trillion mark, but you can see that the total is also showing us that little warning sign of a small pullback in the whole market. So it's not just Bitcoin. you can see we are also holding that zone. Now, I would like us to close above there today, meaning that I would like us to get back above the 2 trillion mark today. If we do that, we're still on par for Bitcoin to go to the 43. Otherwise, at any point, we can come down and test these sort of zones. The only thing is I don't want to miss the bounce. And the way I'm going to miss the bounce is if I get out of the market. Now, what I'm looking at, guys, on the next bounce is for Bitcoin to Ethereum. And if I show you this, that we can see that Ethereum today, you know, we've been trailing down for a while now. We are still in my buy zone for Ethereum to Bitcoin, meaning that Ethereum broke this previous big wedge, started outperforming Bitcoin. Now we've come down, we are testing support, and I still see now Ethereum outperforming Bitcoin. Now, does this come on let's say a drop in the market, or does it come on the next pump? And I'm looking at the next pump. And the reason why I'm saying by turning, you know, what happened previously? We went through a mini bear cycle, right? A sideways sort of phase. Bitcoin broke out. It went so low first. The alts didn't go. A lot of the alts did not move. There was only a few very minimal alts that moved first. Bitcoin went first and went all the way to the 40K level. Then what happened next? Ethereum went next. And then the alts started moving. So if we get a decent correction in the market first, what do you see bouncing first? I see Bitcoin, I see Ethereum bouncing first. This is why I have no damn problem with taking some profits into those. And having a look at, obviously, the Bitcoin to Ethereum is looking very strong. I still see Ethereum outperforming Bitcoin in the next month by at least 20 to 30%. And if I go now and I have a look at the Ethereum dominance, now what the Ethereum dominance is not just looking at Bitcoin. It's looking at Ethereum to all the alts as well. And you can see how all the alts in the last week have been outperforming Ethereum. Nothing goes in a straight line, right? I am seeing a bounce from the Ethereum dominance to the upward side, meaning that out of this next pullback, whenever it's bounce time, wherever the bottom is, it could be now, I'm seeing Ethereum being one of the runners that bounce the quickest and are the next one to shoot out of the gates. Now, all that I'm doing is the hot alts, the major alts were on fire in the last week or two. At some point, they cool down, and we've seen it. We can't say that it's not. We could see that Bitcoin ran first, Ethereum ran. They don't all run exactly the same time. So by me shifting into the ones that are going to have the stronger bounce first, it means that Bitcoin, Ethereum have a strong bounce. Ethereum showing me it's going to outperform Bitcoin, and then the alts will start to catch up. So I'm happy to go to Bitcoin, Ethereum, make the gains again, diversify back into the alts when the alts time is to come. It's just about understanding that there's nothing wrong with taking profits. The problem is when people take profits and the market bounces, they panic because we sold back into USDT. How do I get back into the market? Don't exit the market then. So what I'm looking at with the Ethereum dominance is a push to the upward side. And I still see it chasing down this 25%. So I'm still very bullish on Ethereum. And I still think I agree with the flow to model. I think it's that thing that Rune was talking about, where they're saying September will have the pullback, or September pullback for Bitcoin 43. I agree. And October, Bitcoin breaking all-time high. I agree. But I think Ethereum is going to break all-time high in September. I think Ethereum is going to have, even if it's later on or anywhere in thing, I think Ethereum is going to have the bigger bounce, and it's going to get a lot further than Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is going to start to catch up. And all the charts are showing that too. So what are my little warning signs? Bitcoin starting to break trend, and obviously having a look at this now. I see I just got rid of it. The USDT.D, which is the USDT dominance. How much are guys going into dollars? Are people going into dollars, or are they going to the market? And you can see how we are breaking the 8-hour short-term trend on the USDT. So this is giving me a little indication that, you know, we're in a little bit of a correction, a little pullback in the market. But is it really something to massively be concerned about, considering that we have now grown $25,000 in the last month? It's okay for Bitcoin to have a pullback to the zone at any point, and then the next leg to the upward side. Does that not look healthy? Because if we go back to the previous things, it's what's needed. Wave up, wave down, wave up, wave down, wave up. Random man.
Take me to Coti.
What happened there, bud? I heard the Coinbase listing, eh?
Coinbase listing, and then remember that there's still a Huobi listing which is coming up. So, and remember, today's a bad day on the market, so I think this thing can go up again. I wouldn't buy now, but I think everyone
should be in. Everyone should be in. Definitely. We're patient for this, and we got it. And remember, we just bought the beautiful breakout of that zone over there. Simple. Breakout, test to the next level. This is going to go for all-time high territory. So for the guys that are in, set your stop losses at entry and let it ride, because you are currently 50% in profit already. So that's looking good. And I think, while we're on this, Ran, what are your, I don't want to bother you too much, but on this dip, what did you miss? What is one that, since, they run so fast, what are your top 3 coins that you would love to stock up on this dip?
Luna, under $20. If it goes under $20, I'm in. Thorchain, anything under like $10, $8, I'm in. Arweave. So, I mean, Thorchain, if Thorchain comes down another $1 or $2, I'm in. But I mean, again, I'm not rushing because I'm not seeing panic on the market. So I'm only buying on sentiment and I'm only selling on sentiment. So I'm buying into extreme fear and I'm selling into extreme greed, and I'm not doing anything in between.
This is a short-term pullback, right? What we've been talking about on the fear and greed index. You know what I mean?
This is not cheap.
I'm happy it doesn't. No, I agree. But I'm saying we want to see that go back down to at least 60. If we can have the fear and greed index go to around 60, then we can move. So it is good that we're actually having a pullback now. If it goes too fast, it doesn't last, that's not a good sign. So it's good that we're having some sort of pullback. But this is the opportunity for especially the new guys, the guys that are coming in, is to understand to buy the red and not buy the pumps. These are the days you should be looking at for buys. And if it's not cheap enough yet, because Bitcoin only just broke that trend, we got to be a little bit patient. It's very simple with Bitcoin. Is I got that top trend line in play for Bitcoin as well to know when it's time to get back in. The only thing is I am seeing a Bitcoin bounce and I'm seeing a Ethereum bounce first. And then I see the alts only starting to catch up again.
After what we saw yesterday from Kyle, Solana might be a good one. I mean, I don't know what the price is. I haven't been looking.
67.
Too expensive. Under 50.
It's too expensive for now. So yeah, if we can catch it on this trend line over here. So yeah, the 50 region. I'd say the 50 region, 45 to 52.
Exactly.
Solana, definitely. I think we can actually go through these quickly and see where we're looking at. So Cardano, it is coming down to test. As I was saying yesterday, guys, I would add a small position to the zone because same with Bitcoin. Bitcoin, there's a lot of support sitting around 42, 43, 44. The bounce can come at any point. We are just starting to see that dominance is looking to obviously break, which means love's going to go back to Bitcoin, Ethereum. That's why I'm not exiting the market. I'm just getting into those. But Cardano, I'll definitely stock up. I would load up a little bit between the 2.4 and the 2.45, anywhere, 2.5, anywhere in that region for a push to 3.3. And I do have one more that takes us just past $4. I won't go crazy here. I'll just add to my bags, knowing that we can also, if Bitcoin does go, so if Bitcoin goes to 44, 43, this is the zone we're going to get to. If it goes a little bit lower, we're looking at $2 to 2.2 anywhere in this zone over here for Cardano as well. So which ones did we miss? Cardano definitely looked to stock up. Solana looked to stock up. Luna looked to stock up anywhere between the $20 region. Coti is gone. I see BNB was breaking out quite strong. That one needs a bit more of a pullback. But now, obviously, the key ones that I want to look at is DOT and Link. Now, what is DOT showing me right now? That it is starting to lose some sort of steam. It's showing me that we're starting to lose a little bit. At any point, we can start this sort of downwards push, and we will then track that, and we will catch it again. So yeah, with my DOT, I'm turning some DOT into Bitcoin. And if we break here again, I'll turn it back into DOT. No problem. I'm not getting out the market. I'm just securing my profits. I don't want to lose any Bitcoin. Same with, let's have a look at the rest here. Doge quickly. I'm still patient, guys. I'm still holding all my Doge bags. I'm still holding all my XRP bags. I'm still holding all of those things right now. Just being a bit more patient. Bitcoin just needed the pullback. But there we go. Doge is coming back down to these zones again. And these are good support buys for Doge. So Doge is showing me currently we can still have an 8 to a 12% pullback in Doge. And I would love to catch more Doge between 24 and 25, 26 cents in that region. Definitely add more to my bags. Look at EGLD. Go for it, Rune.
I must say, after listening to Kyle Samani yesterday, and I do think that he's like the world's best crypto investor, to hear him saying that he bought Doge at 29 cents, I mean, I guess I'm gonna have to add Doge to my portfolio, which is crazy. I never thought I'd ever say that.
Yeah, me too. But I'm in. Looking EGLD, guys. If I can catch it in these zones over here, it's a good buy for me. It's a good top-up buy. I'm not going crazy. I'm just adding to my bags, EGLD. Let's go through some of these quickly. Phantom, I see it came off a beautiful run. Let's see where it's at. Do you see, guys, as soon as we start pulling away too far from our support lines, you see how we start to make our way back. So don't get into habits of buying FOMO pumps. Get habits of buying the big red days, because the bigger they go up, the bigger they come down too. So if you can catch Phantom, this is where I'm seeing the next area for Phantom, back at 37 to the 42 cents region. I'm definitely adding to the Phantom bags over there. Looking at FTT, I saw it had a losing support. So now it's simple. I don't want to exit the market, but it's giving me some warning signs. So now I take some FTT and I turn it into Bitcoin or Ethereum. Ethereum showing me that it's going to outperform Bitcoin. I want to be in Ethereum. So I turn some of that now into Ethereum, and I'll come back when we form the next trend, make our way, and the next break, I can easily get back in. At least I know the bounce is coming from Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the next bounce. Looking at GRT, GRT is getting close. I'd wait for a little bit more from GRT, between 78 cents to 86 cents. If we do draw another trend line in play here, you can see it is losing steam. So it's simple. I can either turn some back into Bitcoin and be patient for the next buy, or I can obviously hold up anywhere between 78, 82 cents. I'll be adding to GRT definitely. Kusama, let's have a look at Kusama. See how we're looking. So Kusama's looking good, guys. We're looking good with Kusama. We could obviously, if I maybe move this up a little bit, there can be a little bit of a lower trend, which can take Kusama a little bit lower back to these sort of levels over here. So Kusama, I still feel, is one that hasn't done anything yet. And I do feel it's going to be one of those that just give a random pump out of nowhere. So 260, 275, anywhere in that zone, I am going to be adding more to Kusama. Having a look at Chainlink. There we go. Chainlink, losing support, losing momentum. Take some Chainlink profits, turn it into, or even if you entered anywhere at these zones, I'm just turning some into Bitcoin. Why? Because the market bounces, you're going to make money again anyway. And then we can come back to Link. So for now, it's just showing me that Link was looking good. It was holding, but it's losing steam. It hasn't had its pump yet. It hasn't had the big euphoria push just yet. So Link still needs a bit more accumulation time. Turn into Ethereum, turn into Bitcoin for now. I will come back to Link when it's looking a bit better. Okay, Luna, Matic, I think is a big one for us to look at quick. There we go. Matic, right on support now. So if it doesn't bounce now, same as Bitcoin, I do see a pullback in Matic. So if Matic's daily closes below this line, turn some to Bitcoin, Ethereum. I'll come back easily, no problem. Neo, no. We'll get back Super. I think Super's chart was looking good. Let's have a look. So Super is on our RS flip. The only thing is, obviously, if Bitcoin makes its way but down, Super can come back down to the 70 cents to 77 cents region. So if I did stock up anywhere in these zones up here, I will be stocking up a little bit more at that zone. This is a longer term, smaller portion of your portfolio, longer term hold, good 6 months to a year hold. Having a look at TFuel, this is one I'm definitely... Let's have a look. Okay, starting to lose some steam. So when it loses steam like that, and I'm in TFuel or something, like I said, I'll turn it to Bitcoin, Ethereum, and I'll keep this resistance line, and I'll come back to it when we break it. So all that we do, and I just want to show that again on Link or something like that, let's have a look. Is as soon as we lose that, I remove that line, I put the top one in, I will catch it again on the breakout. And the last one, XRP, I filled my bags so much, and I want to obviously be looking at. So XRP is showing me that it can come back down to $1 to 105. So if Bitcoin does make its way down a little bit less, I am going to be adding more to the bags, and I do have that top trend line for the break for the next push to the upward side. And obviously the big story from yesterday was Tezos. Tezos breaking out beautifully, had a massive run, and I'm sure it will come back and test that daily 200-day moving average back between $4 and $4.1, and I will add some more to my bag over there.
Right, so you got a super chat from Jordan Regan. He asked about Litecoin.
We can go through Litecoin quickly, no problem. Litecoin, it looks good. It's just starting to lose steam as well. We're starting to, all the ones that haven't pushed properly since we've had so many else crush it, and these haven't just got it yet. So Litecoin, I don't know. I'd rather be in Ethereum right now or Bitcoin than Litecoin for now.
Okay, so I think bottom line is ignore today. Zoom out, forget about today. Today doesn't exist. Look for buying opportunities. I must say, I'm going to post some of my buys if I find anything on Twitter. I think you should do the same on CoinPanel and Twitter, right?
Yeah. So everything today was also done on CoinPanel.
Yeah, if you're not subscribed to CoinPanel, that's having Sheldon in your pocket. Everything he does, you see live when it happens. Yeah, so that's that. We have one more super chat, Clinton query, CRP on Solana. I don't think you're going to find it on your charts, so we'll do it for you later today.
Amazing.
Yeah, I think Dogecoin. Under 20 cents. Let's wait for Dogecoin under 20 cents, and then let's fill up. You can't argue with it. You can't argue with it.
So I think main thing today, Rune, just to calm it and just to change the bad habits we got through the last cycle. That was the main thing. People were panicking through USDT. If you're scared in the market, just turn it into a safer asset, but don't remove yourself from the market. And that's it.
Amazing, brother. See you later. See you at 10 a.m. EST. You're going to take my show for me.
No problem. I'll do an update. Later.
Banter, this is crypto Banter, this is crypto Banter. Crypto Banter for you, this is crypto Banter, this is crypto Banter, this is crypto Banter. Crypto Banter for you, smash those likes. Smash those likes. Crypto Banter for you, smash those likes, smash those likes. Crypto Banter for you, smash those likes, smash those likes. Crypto Banter for you.
Thank you, brother. Well done. Good show.
Laka, bro. I hope you're feeling a bit better.
Yeah.
I see everyone saying I'm back in the cave. I'm back in the dungeon.
Where you belong, bro.
Where
you belong.
Oh, where I belong. Please bring me food,
I'm
starving. Please bring me food.
Yeah, you did all right. I'll drop off some bread and milk.
Yeah, thank you, bro. Yeah, milk.
Freddie.